Shalom, good evening. This is TV7 Israel News broadcast to you from Jerusalem, and in today's top stories. The IDF deepens its operational successes as it hunts for Hamas's leaders in the southern Gaza Strip. The Biden administration ratchets up pressure on Jerusalem to avoid further deepening its ground maneuver into the last bastion of the Islamist Hamas in the town of Rafah. Germany sends a frigate to the Red Sea as the United States and United Kingdom, with support of Canada, Australia, and the Netherlands, intensify near-daily aerial strikes against the Iranian proxy Ansar Allah in Yemen. The IDF continues to make operational gains in the southern Gaza Strip while in tandem clearing remaining pockets of terror in the center and northern parts of the enclave. In the city of Han Yunis, which is situated in the southern part of the Palestinian enclave, IDF special operators are further deepening their gains in subterranean warfare, gaining high-value intelligence in pursuit of the Hamas leadership and the remaining 136 Israeli hostages in captivity.
אנחנו ממשיכים להילחם כדי לייצר את התנאים להשיב את כל החטופים הביתה. זו חובה מוסרית, לאומית ובינלאומית, וזה המצפן שלנו, וכך נמשיך לפעול. כוחות צה"ל ממשיכים להילחם בח'אן יונס בדרום הרצועה, ומעמיקים את ההישגים בצפון הרצועה. בח'אן יונס יחידות מיוחדות פועלות במרחב התת-קרקעי, יחד עם שירות הביטחון הכללי, תוך שימוש בטכנולוגיה מתקדמת ומודיעין מדויק לאיתור המתחמים האסטרטגיים של חמאס מתחת לקרקע. למרות עשרות הקילומטרים שקיימים של מנהרות, אין הרבה מתחמים. לרובם כבר הגענו. איתרנו מתחמים בהם הסתתרו מנהיגי חמאס, ומשם הם ניהלו את הלחימה, ובחלקם הוחזקו חטופים, ובאחרים הוחזק חומר מודיעיני.
Admiral Hagari went on to highlight that the intelligence gained in recent days proved substantial support by the Islamic Republic of Iran to the Islamist Hamas, including its leader Yahya Sinwar. Meanwhile, as Israel's defense establishment clarified to its allies its intentions to expand its ground maneuver into the border town of Rafah, which separates between the Gaza Strip and Egypt, and is regarded as the last bastion of the Islamist Hamas. Nevertheless, in a dramatic turn of events, the United States highlighted that it would not support Israel's voiced intentions to expand its ground maneuver southward, irrespective of the operational considerations required to defeat Hamas.
I can tell you we've seen no plans that would convince us that they are about to or imminently going to conduct any kind of major operations in Rafah. I think you all know more than 1 million Palestinians are sheltering in and around Rafah. That's where they were told to go. There's a lot of displaced people there, and the Israeli military has a special obligation as they conduct operations there or anywhere else to make sure that they're factoring in protection for innocent civilian life, particularly civilians that were pushed into southern Gaza by operations further north, Khan Yunis and North Gaza. I could tell you that absent any full consideration of protecting civilians at that scale in Gaza, military operations right now would be a disaster for those people, and it's not something that we would support.
Earlier, during a statement to the press, U.S. President Joe Biden voiced his opinion over Israel's retaliatory war in Gaza, which ensued following the onslaught by Hamas, which included the massacre of some 1,200 Israelis, among other atrocities committed.
I'm of the view, as you know, that the conduct of the response in the Gaza Strip has been over the top. I think that, as you know, initially the president of Mexico, Sisi, did not want to open up the gate to allow humanitarian material to get in. I talked to him. I convinced him to open the gate. I talked to Bibi to open the gate on the Israeli side. I've been pushing really hard to get humanitarian assistance into Gaza. There are a lot of innocent people who are starving, a lot of innocent people who are in trouble and dying, and it's got to stop.
President Biden went on to know that he believes absent any tangible proof that the October 7th massacre was triggered by preceding prospects of normalization between Israel and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
You may recall, in the very beginning, right before Hamas attacked, I was in contact with the Saudis and others to work out a deal where they would recognize Israel's right to exist, make them part of the Middle East, recognize them fully in return for certain things that the United States would commit to do. And the commitment that we were proposing to do related to two items. I'm not going to go in detail, but one of them was to deal with the protection against their arch enemy to the northwest, northeast, I should say. The second one, by providing ammunition and material for them to defend themselves. Coincidentally, that's the time frame when this broke out. I have no proof what I'm about to say, but it's not unreasonable to suspect that the Hamas understood what was about to take place and wanted to break it up before it happened.
While President Biden sought to localize the root cause of the October 7th massacre, the Islamic Republic of Iran continues to escalate pressure in separate regions of the Middle East. In response to the retaliatory strikes by U.S. Central Command against Iranian proxies in the region, Tehran voiced outrage, warning of further escalation.
اقدامات نظامی آمریکا و انگلیس در منطقه از جمله حملات نظامی این دو کشور به یمن، به عراق، به سوریه و تداوم حمایت از جنگ طلبی رژیم غاصب اسرائیل متناقض با شعارها، پیامها و ادعاهایی است که اینها میدهند مبنی بر این که
While cynically blaming the United States for hostilities which the Islamic Republic of Iran blatantly directed itself, the leader of Tehran's proxy in Yemen, namely Abdul Malik al-Houthi, boasted in his terror group's capacity to cripple international shipping in the Strait of Bab el-Mandeb and adjacent waterways.
واستمرت العمليات هذا الأسبوع إلى البحر ومضيق باب المندب، وقد أصبحت حركة السفن المرتبطة بإسرائيل تكاد تكون منعدمة. العدو الإسرائيلي بالنسبة للسفن التي يملكها توقفت حركتها نهائيا من باب المندب وعبر إلى البحر الأحمر، وهذا إنجاز حقيقي وانتصار حقيقي.
In response to repeated US and UK strikes against the Houthi-dominated Iranian proxy Ansar Allah in Yemen, the leader of the Houthi tribe claimed that it would not phase his resolve.
لن يحمي السفن الإسرائيلية ولن يتمكنوا من خلال عدوانهم في استمرار حركة السفن المتجهة للعدو الإسرائيلي والمرتبطة بالعدو الإسرائيلي، فهو هدف فاشل، هدف ساقط، وثبت عمليا ذلك وبحمد الله سبحانه وتعالى وبتأييده جل شأنه. ولن يفيدهم شيئا لأنفسهم، هم تحولوا إلى قوة مستهدفة في البحر، ولربما لأول مرة يواجه الأمريكي مثل هذه الورطة، تصبح سفنه وبوارجه مستهدفة بشكل واضح ولربما منذ الحرب العالمية الثانية.
It is important to highlight that the United States, in a joint airstrike with the United Kingdom, alongside support of staff officers from Canada, Australia, and the Netherlands, struck some 7 Houthi targets earlier this morning. And while near-daily strikes are further degrading the Iranian proxy's military capabilities in Yemen, Pentagon Press Secretary Major General Pat Ryder stressed that the United States does not seek further escalation.
I will repeat again that the U.S. does not want escalation and that these strikes are directly in response to the actions by the Iranian-backed Houthis. Again, however, we will not hesitate to defend lives and the free flow of commerce in one of the world's most vital waterways.
Meanwhile, amid mounting impact to Germany's economy, among other European nations, The German Navy announced that its frigate, named Hessen, is on its way to the Red Sea to join Task Force 153 in support of securing the strategic waterway against Houthi attacks.
Freie Seehandelswege sind die Grundlage unserer Industrie, aber auch unserer Verteidigungsfähigkeit. Das Rote Meer, und Sie wissen, dass etwa 90% aller Warenströme nach Europa und Deutschland über See erfolgen. Das Rote Meer ist die zweitwichtigste Seefahrtsstraße der Welt. Was passiert, wenn hier unterbrochen wird, haben Sie mit der Ever Given vor 3 Jahren erlebt. Kompletter Stillstand in einigen Bereichen der Industrie mit erheblichen Auswirkungen für einen langen Zeitraum. Und auch die jetzige Situation im Roten Meer führt schon dazu, dass wir Lieferengpässe haben und dass einzelne Unternehmen die Produktion einstellen.
Thank you for watching TV7 Israel News. It is important to highlight that TV7 Israel is a donation-based non-profit ministry with all of our productions available free of charge. Therefore, if you're blessed by our daily updates and would like to help us bear the costs, please consider making a donation. You can do so by visiting our website at www.tv7israelnews.com. Separately, I would like to encourage you, pray for the peace of Jerusalem and salvation of Israel. I'm Jonathan Hessen, wishing you a Shabbat Shalom u'mevorach, and God willing, we'll see you during our upcoming TV7 Israel updates. Until then, Shalom from Jerusalem.